Jones was brought to court by his former insurance company, Eastern Caribbean Insurance Limited. The company sued him for a third-party claim of $10,000. This followed a vehicular accident at Bellevue, St. George in 2005. The vehicle was owned by Mr. Jones. However, it was driven by a third party who did not have his driver's license renewed at the time of the accident. Judgment in the case was handed down on the 22nd of March this year. Jones was ordered to pay the insurance company $10,325 together with interest or be charged with contempt of court. Jones cited Clause 5 of the Motor Vehicle Insurance Third-Party Risk Act in his defense. He believes that he should have been compensated without incurring complications with his insurer.
This is the little part in green here I'm focusing on, or has been so permitted and is not disqualified. And this is there really to provide, to protect third parties.
Jones is a follower of the Muslim religion and is alleging that he was discriminated against because of his religious beliefs.
But in my case here, the judge in the court struck it out of my contract. He said it's absurd. He said you will find this in England, you'll find it all over Europe. It's a typical insurance contract. The contract is not made in Grenada, but the judge struck it out in the contract. And I'm thinking part of the reason, if not all of the reason that it was struck out, is not really that the judge doesn't understand insurance law or the law of contract. But in court, my experience going to court and dealing with the court or the police in Grenada, I find I've been treated very, very much like a radical Islamic migrant.
GBN spoke with a former insurance executive who is familiar with the case. He agreed to the interview under the condition that his identity would not be revealed. He said the case involving Abdal Raheem Jones versus the Eastern Caribbean Insurance Limited is rather interesting.
It's been brought up for fraud because it is said that he did not disclose that the person who was driving did not have a valid driver's license. The question is whether that is a material fact or not. The claim form, at the time of completing the claim form, there are specific questions which would be asked. And according to him, that claim form only asks for the expiry date of the driver's permit, which he gave. And that, together with the wording of the certificate, does not, again in my opinion, suggest that the information was material.
The insurance expert is encouraging vehicular owners and drivers to read their policy carefully to avoid having complications.
Fortunately, it wasn't taken further than a local court, but I think if it was taken further, the results might have been different. This incident relates to license. There are others that relates to other stuff. I mean, the third-party risk ordinance specifically states that insurance companies cannot refuse to pay a claim if the insurer puts certain restrictions, for example, third-party excess. What is very common in Grenada right now is that persons are told, we cannot pay your claim, a third-party claim, because the insured has to pay his excess. That should not be happening.
With Jones failing to pay the money as ordered by the court, he is likely to face jail time. Colin Campbell, GBN News.